The number one mistake that every brand makes, and that is competing. You don't have to compete. All you got to do is contrast. You don't have to dominate. All you have to do is differentiate. If you think you're in the same category as your competition, you lose. Because the reality is, your goal is to be the differentiator. Your goal is to be the person, the business, the product, the service that says, I'm not them. What I teach in Badass Emotional Branding in my group, my community, is how do you stand out and be the differentiator in heavily competitive markets? See, there's a common thing out there where people say, well, you don't need branding to make sales. You're right. You need branding to survive. Because if you're out there trying to compete against people with these mega budgets out there outdoing you. Let me tell you, there was a little company called Liquid Death. Now, you would think that was some sort of liquor or something, right? No, it's water. And they had to figure out a way to go up against or get into a market, not to go up against, not compete, but in a market, how to get in a market where there was Evian, which was gigantic, along with a whole bunch of other major water brands. And the thing they figured out was, let's call this something completely opposite of what people thought it was. Instead of promoting healthy, we call it Liquid Death. And it became a hot catchphrase. And all of a sudden you had dudes, bros out there going Liquid Death and drinking it, bringing it to parties. It's just like that White Claw, which tastes like crap to me, but White Claw. It's White Claw. You know, it basically what it did is it became a cultural brand, just like Heineken back in the day in the 90s became a cultural brand to my X generation, my generation, to go to the club. It was all about Heineken. Before then, it was either Budweiser or Miller. But Heineken got in there real quick. In fact, they created special events that were really targeting black folks culturally, and they got a lot of money off that. Well, let's look back to what's happening right now. What can you do to stand out? Because the biggest mistake you have is trying to compete and be in the everyone business. We are not in the everyone business. And if you're not the differentiator, you're in trouble. Okay? Get in my Badass Emotional Branding. You'll see it. It's on the cover of my channel or in the description here. Get in there and get help.